What's going on out here, amigos? Good morning. Today we are making the second round of soap. The first one was an epic failure. I'm going to be following an exact recipe. I have already got the olive oil, coconut oil, and the palm oil weighed out. I already have the water and the lye mixed and brought down the temperature down to 100 degrees currently, steadily dropping. For this recipe, I went with 11.2 ounces or 310 grams of distilled water, 4.8 ounces or 123 grams of lye. It's the sodium hydroxide, the pure. I got it specifically for making soap. 8 ounces or 224 grams of coconut oil, 15 ounces or 420 grams of olive oil, 11 ounces or 308 grams of palm oil. It's just that simple. You're gonna mix, you're gonna weigh everything out. Everything's done by weight. You're gonna do the lye and the water separate. You will add the lye into the water. You're gonna stir it as you do it. That's gonna bring the temperature up. I believe somewhere around 160 to 180 degrees. You can actually tell if your lye is good by the temperature it reaches. You're gonna want to wait for that water to cool down to at least 100 degrees before you start mixing. Once you start mixing, you're going to want to have everything ready. You're going to want to have your essential oils for the scents, and I should have powder, but I don't. I'm going to do green food coloring, just a few drops, because I don't like the brown color, the creamy color it comes out. You're going to need your soap molds. I have 2 different ones. Hopefully have enough to do it all, but we're going to find out. So, and you want to wear gloves because that lye mixes with water and it creates a chemical reaction and it will burn the ever-living crap out of you. I've heard it can actually eat you down to the bone. You're going to take your oils. I realize the camera's not at the best angle. Maybe I should try to fix that before I move on. No oils on my gloves. Alright, give me just a second. Nope. You don't need to see me anyway, right? So here's my oils all mixed up, weighed out. I'll take the lye water. Start mixing it. Start pouring the lye water in. I've heard whisk is bad, but I used an emulsion blender last time, and the entire process went very, very quickly. So I'm going to try it this way this time. Hopefully it doesn't take hours. I'm already starting to see a chemical reaction. If I didn't know any better, I'd say I'm starting to get trace already. I'll mix this. Stand up and do it. Keep all in the bowl. Starting to feel a little bit of resistance. This being my second time, I am not used to looking for the trace or the solidity of where I want it to be before I start pouring or adding my scents and coloring. This actually is starting to feel pretty decent. May go ahead. I'm starting to see it lighten in color. It's going through multiple color changes. Yeah, I can already tell this is vastly different from my other one. It's my other one would have already started to harden already. It was amazing how quickly my other one hardened. Apparently this recipe is designed for beginners. The olive oil content in it makes it trace slower, makes it set up slower, so it gives you a little bit more time to work, as long as you keep it moving. I'm starting to think I may go get the immersion blender. Oh, I fried the immersion blender. Pro tip, not a pro tip, amateur rookie mistake I made last time. I had the immersion blender in it. I have no idea, like I said, what kind of trace or what it's going to look like when I have the trace I'm looking for. So I had the immersion blender in it, just rip roaring, and it hardened up inside the immersion blender. And before I knew it, I burnt the motor out. That is... Probably could go get my blender, or not my blender, my mixer. Already smells better than the last batch too. I can smell that coconut. The coconut is definitely the leading scent in this. You don't want to splash this up on your skin. They suggest long sleeves and eye protection, and I'm good with gloves. I say that until I splash it in my face or on my skin. Not sure how long this video is going to go. Like I said, if this was the last video, we'd be damn near done because it already started to harden. I am noticing a difference. There's a lot more resistance from when we started. I don't think it's really thickening yet. I do see slight color changes. There's been a lot of color changes. It's just gradually lightening. It's went from like a greenish yellow, almost the color of olive oil. Now it's a light mustard color almost. I'm hoping some soap maker is going to watch this video and be like, that's where you should have done it. This right here, if you can remember this step or what it looked like, that's where you want to do this and that. That'd be awesome. That's how I learned best anyway. Doing it, messing it up, and going forward from there. Preferably with somebody who has some experience. This is worse than making whipped cream. Whipped cream ain't got no resistance compared to this. I know I'm going quiet. This is taking a bit more work than I thought. Should have set the mixer up before. Alright, settle that down. That splashed a little. Can't really beat it like you're making whipped cream. It's sloshing everywhere. And it's oil, so it takes a minute to drip back down the pan, and it just seems to climb. Bowl, pan, same damn thing. Going even a little bit lighter now. And very light, very much lighter. Let's see what that's looking like. Nothing. Cool. Not cool. More work, but that's it. Splash it up on the camera. Alright, I'm starting to see a little, looks like there's a, not a film, but the top is starting to look a little bit, I don't know how to, what's the word I'm going for? It's not more viscous, it's not trying to solidify. It's gotten much thicker from the beginning. I don't think I'm ready to pour, or I may be ready to add that other stuff. I mean, as long as my ratios are on, if I trace too quickly or it actually starts to harden, just leave it in the bowl at the worst and have some misshaped soap. Really like to get it poured though. Alright, I'm actually starting, I think I'm going to add my lemon extract. No, I'm not either. They said no extracts, they said pure essence. Alright, so I got vanilla essential oil instead of my vanilla extract that I've been making. That kind of sucks. And I have sweet orange essential oil. I'm not going to go near as heavy-handed on that one. See how that smells. Mix that up a little bit. Oh yeah. I think that was a good place to add it. Ooh, that is pleasant. I'm going to go a little bit more vanilla. Just a splash more of the orange. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll have to pick the camera up here in a second. They also said that the citrus oils will cause it to, I'm having to move faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Food. Alright, you can kind of see it's no longer really a liquid or an oily texture. It's got some body to it. Ooh, that color is not good. I do have a little bit of a sense of urgency as of now, so that color did nothing. It actually darkened it up to a more pukey color. Quite a bit more green. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to pour this soon. I don't think I'm gonna be able to add more color. Who cares about the color when it's just you're making it to clean yourself with? Yeah. Alright. It's almost like a, the texture is kind of similar to a creamy peanut butter. It's a good one. I think I'm about ready to pour. Yeah. Let me grab my spatula and I'm going to pour it up. Probably shouldn't be letting it set. Alright, so see how much of this mold is gonna look so much better than my first attempt. So much better. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have to use the other mold at all. I mean, it looks quite successful. Oop. Keep it in the bowl. Or keep it in the mold. I'm pretty pleased with this batch, assuming that it's gonna harden and set. Smells delightful. I'm not too displeased with the color. I mean, it almost looks like a solid olive oil. Definitely only enough to make, sorry. Definitely only enough to make this one mold. Not quite completely up to the top. Just trying to get it evened out right now. They said you can add designs and crap in the top. I'm not too worried about that. Bring that back down this way. I am pleased with this batch. From what I understand, as long as the ingredients are in proper ratio and you have it mixed well, the personification or sonification or the lye absorbing the fat or the burning the moisture off will occur. It may just take a little longer than whatever. But I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to let that crap. Sorry. Alright, my bad. Stupid kickstand keeps falling. Alright, let me go set this down. Alright, so this is what I have poured. That's what it's looking like. Don't really know what the final product is going to look like. My first time making cold processed soap. So I guess we'll update it, and I think they said I'll probably end up cutting it up tomorrow and then letting it set for the 4 to 6 weeks. Probably let it set for 6 weeks just to be safe. But most of the personification, what the hell ever. I'm too hillbilly for that word, but most of it's happened. But something like 96% of it is done, but it takes 4 to 6 weeks for that other 3% to get out of there. So that's making soap. Did it in, I mean, if you figure weighing out and mixing the oils and waiting for the lye to settle down, it probably took an hour and a half. Fun little process. Smells very pleasant. The coconut's still there. I can get the vanilla and the orange. I'm pretty pleased. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Cold process soap making.